Welcome back. The flowers days for Mother's Day may be a little bit more expensive this year, and that's because of tariffs. And the U.S. and China are starting trade talks this week. Jane King is at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and more in today's Morning Business Report.
Good morning. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer will travel this week to Switzerland for trade talks with China. The travel was announced in statements from both the Chinese and U.S. governments. It will be the first confirmed trade talks between the two countries since President Trump announced the sweeping tariffs in early April, led by punishing levies on China. Meanwhile, Bessent said that the U.S. is in the middle of negotiations with 17 of the country's largest trading partners and said it may take the rest of this year for the deals to be finalized. AstraZeneca, as part of its ongoing $3.5 billion investment in America, opened its first U.S.-operated cell therapy factory in Maryland to help treat cancer patients. The UK-based pharmaceutical giant said the new $300 million plant symbolizes its confidence in America's role as a global leader in science, manufacturing, and economic growth. Well, stocks fell yesterday. Investors were cautious ahead of the Fed decision on interest rates, which will come later today. The UAW wants more vehicles to be built in the U.S., and the union says the country's underutilized auto plants offer tremendous potential to boost employment. The union says reaching full existing capacity could create up to 90,000 new manufacturing jobs. However, some experts are skeptical that can happen due to automation. And Mother's Day flowers could be more expensive, and tariffs are to blame. About 80% of flowers bought in the U.S. are grown somewhere else. Last year, the U.S. imported $2.2 billion worth of flowers and greenery, the bulk of which came from Colombia and Ecuador. Buying from local growers or being flexible on which flowers to buy are ways to reduce the cost. From the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with your Morning Business Report.